I am an optimist, so I always believe it's possible to change behavior. I'm a really big proponent of reverse mentoring. And what that means is a traditional mentor-mentee relationship where the mentor would be senior in their position or professional development to the mentee. Reverse mentoring inverts that relationship. So the only reason I've been able to stay abreast of all these changes, whether they're changes in language or changes in ways of thinking, is because I have a group of reverse mentors who keep me in check and who are consistently giving me advice and input. And these are people, whether they're students or new graduates who are just entering the field, they're people who can really give me insights. Now, there's a universal design angle on this as well, because in a reverse mentor relationship, the power dynamic is still the same. So even though a person who's junior is mentoring someone senior, the power dynamic in their professional lives is still the senior person holds the power. And so we have to take a universal design perspective in this and understand the challenges that someone who is junior might experience whenever they are trying to give advice, guidance to someone who is senior. A lot of that just comes down to trust building, and it comes down to being able to connect with someone on a human basis and say, look, you don't know everything. I certainly don't know everything, but I think there's value in your input and advice. And if you give me input and advice, I promise to always take it seriously and to take action where I can. And so this concept, this approach can be really, really powerful. And to me, reverse mentoring is absolutely a universal design approach to designing your organization. If you can implement a reverse mentoring a system in your organization, then you are implementing a universal design procedure. It can be really tough to hear as someone who's senior in the field that you're wrong. So when I was first delivering the first year I taught a universal design lecture, I had the definition up on the board behind me, and a student in the back of the room raised her hand and she said, I don't believe in universal design. I said, what? I said, there's nothing to believe in, it is. There's not a belief system. She said, no, I don't see myself reflected in this idea. And I said, okay, wow, that's a compelling and interesting concept. Why don't you come down and talk to me after class and we'll work some stuff out. Well, lo and behold, she was absolutely right. At the time, the way we understood universal design was very old-fashioned. We were really only looking at issues around disability. And she, as a woman of color, as a woman with a disability, and a woman who's along the LGBT spectrum, said, I don't see myself in that concept. So we did some data collection, we wrote some papers together, we won an award from Cambridge University, and that showed me, wow, this 19-year-old student who was in her first semester of computer science program called me out. I learned something really powerful. We were able to work together and actually achieve a great breakthrough in the science of this field. So that's my story for why reverse mentorship really matters.